I don't know what to say. I think I need a few days to process it all. So in this video I also wanted to address expectations versus reality actually and see, is Koh Samui overrated? Let's see what I think by the end of this video. Welcome to Koh Samui. With about 228 square kilometers, Koh Samui is the second largest island in Thailand after Phuket, and just about 10-20 square kilometers larger than Koh Chang, which we've just come from. So first up, Nici and I have come here in the wrong season, and we know that from about mid-October to early mid-December it is monsoon season. It's a different climate here on Koh Samui. We can see the dark clouds around. When we arrived, it was really stormy. We're staying at Crystal Bay, which is usually a top snorkeling spot. There's not going to be any snorkeling. It's wet and wild. The easterly winds are hitting us straight on, but that's fine. There's plenty to explore on Koh Samui, and like so much so that I don't think we're going to get through it. So we're just going to go and explore and put the best bits in the video. There is a road that goes right around the island, about 50 kilometers or so. So we've got some scooters and we're just going to ride and explore and take you along. Okay, so at the southern end of Lamai beach is Hinta and Hinyai. Hinta and Hinyai. I'm getting my languages mixed up here. German, English, Thai, whatever. It's grandmother's and grandfather's rock, and it will be apparent why it's called that once you see it. Also, Lamai beach is sort of in a bay and it's a little bit sheltered, so it's still good to swim there. And the sea is showing a little bit of sprinkle of turquoise. Today it's a little bit more sunny than when we first arrived, and yes. Here we are at grandmother's and grandfather's rock. We've made it to the first viewpoint, as you can see, but we're going to go even higher over Lapstone. Now, Nici, compared to Koh Chang, what are Samui roads like up the mountain?
Easy.
Easy peasy. And what's your favorite feature of your scooter? Show us.
The beep.
Nici loves pushing buttons.
Yeah, that's true.
And what else? There was like a little, you have a little glove
like a
box.
little box.
Ah.
Inside.
All right.
Yes.
Very good. Alright, so that was a great view, but they charged 200 baht and I'm not prepared to pay the same amount as I would at a national park, so we've decided to come back down. Just be prepared. If you want to see the overlap rock and the god figure and all that sort of stuff, it's a great view up there, but you have to pay entry. We're gonna head on around the island. We have headed back down the mountain to the Red Temple.
Wat Rajatham Aran means the Red Temple. It is one of Koh Samui's most distinctive Buddhist temples, made out of striking red limestone, and is located near Lamai beach. Unfortunately, the temple was closed, but we could admire its unique, intricate carvings and color from the outside. Part of the temple grounds was also Wat Sila Ngu. Sila means stone and Ngu means snake, so it translates as Stone Snake Temple, displaying beautiful golden decorations and impressive snake statues as the protectors of the Buddha and his teachings.
Alright, Time to head to some waterfalls. Let's see if we can get there because it's rainy season, so some of them might be closed. It's really beautiful. You can really tell that the main income of Koh Samui was actually coconut and rubber plantation before tourism started to kick in the 70s, and there was actually no proper roads until the 70s. Unfortunately, it's too windy to fly the drone, but I would love to send it up and show you. There's coconut trees really all over the mountains. It looks really, really beautiful. Okay, we've made it up the road to the magical garden, which is a little bit busy but really beautiful. Okay, so before we went to Khao Yai waterfall, which was the path was a little bit inaccessible, but so beautiful. Then we went to Wang Sao Tong waterfall, which was also underwhelming. We're at Na Muang waterfall, which one of the guys we met in the Magic Garden recommended us. It is incredibly touristy. There's shops and there's elephant tracking, and the elephants are clearly not happy. They look quite distressed. So let's see what the waterfall looks like. Alright, well, this is the easiest accessible waterfall we've been to so far. It's just the steps and then you're right at the swimming hole. It's not part of a national park, so there's no entry fee either. And yeah, you can just pop down the stairs and jump in. Here we are already. So yeah, quite beautiful, worth a visit, definitely.
Our next stop along the ring road of Koh Samui was Wat Kun Aram, which is famous for its mummified monk. Luang Por Dang passed away in 1973 in a seated meditative position, and his body was preserved and is on display in a glass case.
We have come to Tan Khao Beach on the west side of the island, which is obviously sheltered from the wind. And as you can see, this is where you take a boat, a longtail boat or a speedboat over to Tam Island, which is the pig island. It's been recommended to us a few times, but I reckon we're just going to chill here for a while and then continue on the western side towards the northern tip of the island. But it's beautiful here, lined with coconut trees, so I reckon it's a good spot to spend a few hours on a lazy afternoon, see what this weather front is gonna do, whether it's gonna come down or not. So yeah, time to chill a little bit here. As soon as you're off the main road that goes around Koh Samui, it's really, really chill, very easy riding, super fun amongst the coconut trees. I highly recommend it. Riding up the west coast of Koh Samui, it's so much more chill than the east coast. The east coast is so touristy, with Chang and Lamai beach being the oldest tourist establishments on the islands. But if you come to the west and the north, which is also the sunset spot, it is much more chill. Just find yourself a beach bar, order coconut or a nice drink and relax. And the last stop is the night market at the Fisherman's Village. It's really chill, not too many people yet, and the shops, they're quite artisan. You get your normal souvenirs as well, but you get really nice stuff that you usually don't see as well. This night market also has a food section, which is not only delicious, but the prices are amazing. Certainly beats the expensive beachfront restaurants, which are beautiful and have good food as well. But if you want to go cheap and local and yummy, come to the food section of the night market. Wow, yesterday was a long day. We rode about 85 kilometers right around the island. So down south, the west coast, and then ended up in the north at the night market, which was awesome. Today, in Crystal Bay where we are, the sea has calmed down just a little bit. The wind has just kicked up. It's a lot calmer this morning. It's still no good for snorkeling, but you can see the turquoise is finally starting to show. And today we're going to drive back up north. We're actually heading to the mountain first, into the mountains, and then pick up where we finished off last night north, make our way around the northern tip, and then come down the east side of the island. We made it to the viewpoint and it is totally worth it. You can even see Koh Chang in the distance. The roads when you approach the mountain from the east side are actually a lot more challenging. They're still kind of paved, sometimes they're not, but there's a lot of potholes. It's not like yesterday we were on the west side and they were beautifully paved and it was so much fun to ride. So just be prepared. If you want to head up the mountain from the east side, you probably need some skills in riding a scooter or motorbike. Otherwise, just go with a jungle tour or perhaps rent a car. Alright, well, Nicky's having a laughing fit. We just made it through this mud puddle. Basically, we've chosen to go down the other way, the other side of the mountain, and we've ended up on the freaking track that the jungle safaris take, the 4-wheel drives, and now look at this mess. I don't know what the road ahead is. We have 11 kilometers to the north, to the ring road, so yes. But we've come too far now to turn back, so I've just got to go. Well, that was really stupid. What do? We made it up the viewpoint. The road that we got there was full of potholes. So we're like, okay, do we continue or do we go back down that road? We decided to continue. We ended up on the 4-wheel drive path. And after a while, there was a few local houses. So I'm like, you know what? The next local house, let's just ask when the road is going to be paved again. The lady said 10 minutes. We're like, all right, but I don't know. It just didn't get any better. And then we arrived at another house and we found a couple of locals and we asked if they can get us down the mountain, and thankfully they agreed. I got Buram on the phone to talk to them, so I just got down and I'm waiting for Nici to come down, and it was definitely a good decision to ask for help. These boys know the roads, they know the scooters. Even though once we got to the paved section it was extremely steep, so normal scooters won't make it. So I'm so grateful to these boys. They're actually Cambodian, they're not Thai. What do? Sometimes you go on adventures and you need to make decisions and situations get really difficult, and I got really flustered and Nici didn't, which was great. So I'm just waiting, sitting here waiting. I don't even know where I am, but I'm somewhere down at a 7-Eleven down at the beach, and I'm just waiting for Nici to make it safely down the mountain. So that's what happens when you're adventurous, and when you try new things, and you know, when Google Maps is not as accurate as in other cities or countries or islands. I guess it's a big lesson learned. Koh Samui is very developed and it is very touristy, but there's definitely parts that call for real adventure. We have to be super switched on to also stay safe. So I can't wait for Nici to get here. She should get here any minute now. Nici made it down the mountain, and we are alive. I think from now on we're going to stick to the flat roads. We did make it, but it was something. I don't know what to say. I think I need a few days to process it all, and I'm for a little while going to stick to the flat roads. Or the western side of the island where there's nice easy roads to ride. Yep, there's difficult roads, but then there's roads you really shouldn't be on, and we found ourselves on one of those roads, and I'm just happy we made it out safe. Okay, so we've decided one more spot. The Big Buddha or Golden Buddha temple in the north. We're in the area anyway, so I might as well have a look. And it looks like the rain's going to kick in later, so yeah, check this out and then head to the hotel and flights. Latko Viewpoint behind us, and I think after that adventure we're just gonna head on back, get massages and chill for the rest of the day, and we're gonna pick up our sightseeing of the northern part of the island on paved roads tomorrow. It was certainly enough adventure for one day, but look at the view, I mean, so good, so good, not complaining at all. So after our ordeal in the mountains the other day, we lost a lot of time, unfortunately. Our time on Samui is only limited, so we did go back to the north to visit the big Buddha, as you saw, and we did have a quick look at Chang beach. And I just wanted to give you a bit of an overview of the island of Samui. So Chang and Lamai beach are the two oldest tourist areas on the island, and if you're into parties and the hustle and bustle, definitely stay at Chang. If you wanted a little bit more chill, Lamai is a beautiful bay, also has beautiful back roads and restaurants. We stayed here at Crystal Bay, which is usually the top snorkeling spot. Unfortunately, during monsoon season, the easterly winds across the Gulf mean that all the rubbish lands here, so it's probably not ideal. However, what was really great here at Crystal Bay, in the off-season even, was the fire show. We watched a fire show last night, and these boys were phenomenal. I've seen many fire shows in Thailand, and this was one of the best. So if you find yourself on Koh Samui, make sure you come to Crystal Bay on a Tuesday or Friday night at 7:30. Great fire show. In terms of the rest of the island, the west I found most beautiful. It's still quite remote. You get the sense of a really local island life that is not too overdeveloped on the western side of the island, and the north is also pretty chill. Turquoise waters all around if the weather is good. In terms of, is Koh Samui overrated? Well, it's a big question, right? I think I didn't have many expectations. I knew that we were coming in the wrong season. I think the right word to say here is that I was full of anticipation. I have waited so long to come to Koh Samui, and I just wanted to see it. And perhaps my level of anticipation wasn't met with what I found. At least that is my feeling. Would I come back? Yes, I would. I would come back in the right season. And the biggest reason I would come back is because of Ang Thong National Park, which is close to Koh Samui, which is closed in monsoon season. And I really want to see it. It's a really beautiful national marine park that I want to see, and for that reason I would definitely come back. The question I always answer is, how do you get to where we are? How do you get to Koh Samui? Well, we chose to fly with Bangkok Airways. We got a great deal, so we flew from Bangkok to Samui. But you could drive and then take the ferry from Chumphon, or you can take a VIP bus and take the ferry from the mainland. It's really easy. The mainland is so close. You could even take the overnight train from Bangkok and then the ferry. How you choose to come here and how you choose to travel here and make your way here is really dependent on your time and budget. The other thing Koh Samui is ideal for is island hopping, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Sadly, Nici has to go back to Germany, but I'm going to continue my 5-island trip, and the next stop will be Koh Phangan, and after that will be Koh Tao. And I've talked to a couple of people I know on Koh Tao, some instructors. I've heard that the diving is a little bit on and off, but still okay. They've sent me some footage, some amazing footage, so I'm definitely going to stick my head underwater in the next few days when I get to Koh Tao. But first, I'll take the ferry to Koh Phangan, and I hope you're along for the journey in the next video.